Hi everybody, welcome to Blue Knight Television, episode 2. Today on March the 2nd, I'm here with Michael Solomon from Eye of Solomon. He's our graphics artist for the ECOP program and everything that you'll see in it. The graphics on our website, graphics in our student workbooks. So we're going to talk to Mike a little bit about how he put all that graphics together. Off camera we have our producer Larry, runs the KAZ Radio internet streaming TV channel, radio channel. So I want to give a big welcome to KAZ Radio for having our show on eyeofsolomon.com to see more about the Eye of Solomon company. And we're going to get into it right now with Mike. So Mike, tell us how you came to be involved with ECOP and how you came about to make all the artwork.
Well, I was introduced to you by a gentleman we both know, Bob Morris.
Bob Morris.
And he said that you were looking to get your PowerPoint created into a 3D project.
That's true. Back in 2000, there was the ECOP used to be a 52-slide PowerPoint presentation back in 2000. So we've been at it for a while, and Bob Morris put me in touch with Mike.
So I'm always happy to help anyone who's interested in upgrading from PowerPoint. Not to have anything against PowerPoint, but you know, 3D animation is just a great way to really improve a message you're trying to give to your target audience. So we just listened to the concepts that you and Tom Wetzel had for the project.
Tom Wetzel is our ECOP partner. He's in studio off camera, but here, and he was the sole writer of our script, great script, and Mike took that script, did some voiceover work with all of us, and hope to have some of the voiceover characters in here as well. And so with that script, Mike made the production. And
you know, the creativity of you guys, even though you're Beechwood cops, which is really surprising how creative you were with all the imagery coming from your head, and Tom's script was amazing. It was really easy to create the characters from that foundation. So we at Eye of Solomon, we just modeled the characters, and what that means is we built the characters from scratch. If any of the viewers have seen Shrek, Toy Story, productions like that, that's basically what we do. And so we took that type of technology and built the ECOP universe.
Eye of Solomon is based in the Euclid Square Mall, formerly the mall. They have a great studio there, green screen, photography, animation, 3D work. So Mike, when you talk about those other types of shows, so did you have a character to model off of, or did you create the wireframe? How did it work, and what kind of software did you use?
Excuse me. Mainly we use a software package called Carrera, and we built all of the sets, the virtual sets, from that software. We built the houses, the interior, exterior, all the props necessary for the characters to interact with each other. We use another program called Poser, where they have basic human characters, but from there we can actually manipulate those characters to create any look that we wanted.
Wow, so you can pull down a character from Poser and just manipulate it to interact with other characters?
Right, right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Those characters come fully rigged. So then what we did was we changed the faces, the body shapes, every part of it to match the script that Tom wrote.
So what was it like working for this kind of a program? I mean, how does it work when other companies reach out to you? What can you do for other companies at Eye of Solomon?
Most of the time when companies contact us, they want to increase their marketing edge. And the best way to do that, in my humble opinion, is to use 3D animation. We just finished a Honda commercial where we actually had a Honda CR-V transform into Mike Pruitt. So he wanted more of an edge to his marketing strategy. So a lot of times that's what people will hire us for. Animated logos, character design, and also photography, where we will shoot a photograph, but that's not the end of it. We will completely manipulate the photography to put you in any scene or environment that you want.
When Tom and I came to you for the ECOP program and we told you what our message was about, was there any impact in taking us on as clients, just from a client standpoint, or was there something more for you and your beautiful wife Maria Mike and Maria work together as a team, and you can see them here at Euclid Square Mall, just down a few stores from KZ Radio.
Actually, it was more than that. The focus that you guys have of protecting kids against internet predators, from the very beginning, it was more than just a mere making a commercial or anything like that. We became a part of helping protect kids against a lot of evil out there. And so the project took on a life of its own. And if any of you viewers go through the ECOP project, you will be easily affected by the passion that went into that project from all involved. It took a lot of people to create ECOP. With all the voiceover art, the actors, the artists used to create all the graphics. It was definitely a passionate project from beginning to end for everyone.
Excellent. That's good stuff. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you from any other kind of company for any kind of work, what kind of work can you do for them?
Animated logos. We do a lot of that where people will actually have a logo on their website, but they want to give it a little more of an edge. And I use that a lot, the word edge. So we take that logo and we animate it. If you go to YouTube, in addition to our website, if you go to YouTube, YouTube/Aya Solomon, you'll actually see 27 animations that we have loaded on there. So we increase their marketability by animated logos, commercials. Every piece of art we do is completely original, and the client owns everything. We do not lease art.
Excellent. And now, had somebody come to a standard art studio with a project like ECOP, what kind of cost would they have been expecting maybe to see, and how does Aya Solomon differ for anybody out there that would be wanting your services?
That's a very good question. The Aya Solomon produces industry standard work without using industry standard pricing. Over the years, we've developed a lot of techniques and we use a lot of software that enable us to pass the savings on to the client. So we can do a project that would ordinarily cost an arm and a leg, or you have to mortgage your kids to actually pay for it. We can do it for a lot less than that because of the methods we use.
And we at ECOP, at Blue Knight Productions, we can attest to that. So we have a great program. Go to ecop.com, that's www.e-copp.com to see the ECOP program, to go to the store there at that website. There's a link to some of Mike's work. You could go to the ECOP website and look at the program menu, and you could see, what is it, Officer Clark, I think we have there.
Right.
So that's an animation that arrives at the end of our Chapter 4 on DVD number 2, and you could see some of Mike's work there, get a feel for the program. And I would encourage parents and homeschool parents and teachers and school districts to take a serious look at ECOP as a program for your schools. Today we actually had a nice piece of news in the Blue Knight Productions operation regarding ECOP. We had our first program go into the Cleveland Municipal School District. So I want to give a shout out to the principal and teacher and staff over at Watterson Lake Elementary School in Cleveland, and congratulate them and thank them for trusting ECOP and Blue Knight Productions and the program that we deliver to them. I'm going to move into a quick word to our sponsor. Mike is still here with me. We'll get back to Mike in a little bit, but I want to thank Radiant Heat USA for sponsoring this program. Radiant Heat USA specializes in the distribution of electric infrared radiant heating systems. So if you have a garage that needs heat, or if you have a nursery where you grow plants early, or a nursery for children, or any kind of a heating need, Radiant Heat USA is your choice. You could go to them at the link where you see this video, or you can go to radiantheatusaonline.com. The 3 W's, of course, www.radiantheatusaonline, and look through all the offerings there. Great company, great people. They support this program. We want to get more shows out to you. So go to Radiant Heat and get yourself a heater. Getting back to Mike. So what's on the table now for Aya Solomon? What has happened with Aya Solomon since the ECOP program?
Well, like I said before, we just finished a Honda commercial, so that was a big coup for us. Just before that, we completed a commercial for KAZ.
KAZ. All right, we got to have a really gratuitous plug for KAZ because they are hosting this show and the work that you see at kazradio.org at the very beginning, the flash that you see there, that is an Eye of Solomon production. So when you go to kazradio.org, do not click through to the site. Watch Mike's work from Eye of Solomon.
And
gratuitous plug.
You're really good at that.
Thank you.
We're getting more into commercials now, which is really nice. But the commercials that we do are different, more than just a talking head on a video screen. We're getting known for supplying high-end, industry standard 3D animation into video.
Well, I'll tell you what, look in the camera and tell the audience what your tagline is. This is great, everybody. If you have a business, if you need some branding, if you need some marketing, Mike's your man. So he's got a great tagline at eyesolomon.com.
And our tagline is, a picture speaks 1,000 words, but animation screams.
Animation does scream, and we have Mike's animation at ecop.com. Well, we're going to keep Mike in studio. I have a pile of stuff here. If you're watching us, we've tweeted out on Twitter, we've Facebooked out. Feel free to call in if you like. But I want to go through a few things here. Now, we're based in Cleveland, Euclid, Ohio, near Cleveland. And as I indicated, that we just put ECOP into the Watterson Lake Elementary School. I'm hoping to have something going into Adelaide Stevenson and a third school, whose name I unfortunately don't recall. But I did a little research since I talked to you guys last. And for the state of Ohio people, Cuyahoga County people, I want you to know that I went to the Attorney General of Ohio website, and you can go there, and I went to eSorn, E-S-O-R-N, at that site, and did a little research, and Mike, you could jump in any time. Mm-hmm. State of Ohio has 17,940 registered sex offenders living in the state. Now, I don't know what sexual offense they committed, but it was a type of an offense where upon being adjudicated, they are back out living among us. And it was a type of offense that causes these people to have to report to their sheriff's department in the county in which they live on a regular basis because they are a tier 1, 2, or 3 registered sex offender. Now those tiers, back at the Attorney General of Ohio's website, you can see what those tiers actually mean. But think about this. In the Cuyahoga County alone, now there's 88 counties in Ohio. Cuyahoga County is one of the largest. We have 3,515 registered sex offenders living in the county. And that's all good and well. Now listen, you know I come from a law enforcement background, as does my partner Tom. And when we arrest a person, they're innocent until they're proven guilty. When they go through the system, if they're indicted or not, if they go into incarceration, when they come out adjudicated, meaning they've served their time, paid their penalty, and they're living back among us, I have no problem with that. That's how the system works. I don't have a bias when I arrest these people, and when they serve their time and pay their dues to society and they're back out, all good and well. But sex offenders, little different story. It's kind of like how if you like a particular flavor of ice cream, that you're not going to unlike it all of a sudden tomorrow because somebody's counseling you to not like vanilla ice cream anymore. And I don't have a solution to the fix for people that are predisposed to like children. But 3,515 of these people are living in our county, and in the Cleveland Municipal School District, according to eSorn at the Ohio State Attorney General website, there are 2,416 registered sex offenders who report to their sheriff's department, the CCSO here in Cuyahoga County. 2,416 living among our kids in that school district. Now that's an amazing number. There are different arguments on both sides of the coin about the recidivism rate, the rate at which an offender would repeat an offense. Some say that counseling doesn't do anything, others say it does. Some say they need just to stay in jail, but they don't. They do serve their time and get out. So to bring this home, I want everybody watching to understand that there are means by which these folks have to come out of jail and register where they live, and that gets tabulated, and you can go to the Attorney General website in Ohio or any of the states where you live and drill down to the county level and even down to your local address. and see who is a registered offender living near you. And here in Cleveland, around our school district, there are 2,416, and wider still in our county of Cuyahoga, 3,515. And let me share with you a few of them. Mike, you have any comments?
Other than being totally disgusted, as a father of three, not yet. I'm still listening. This is just shocking me.
Well, here's another shocker. USA Today. This is came in the paper on February 28th. Here in my pile of things, sex predators target children using social media. USA Today. The author is Byron Okuhaido. If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. Cyber Tip Line they're talking about here receives. So it's a national hotline for sexual exploitation of children. And USA Today reports that the Cyber Tip Line received 223,374 reports last year. And that figure, nearly 250,000, doubled from the preceding year, 2009. And the article goes on to indicate, and you can look this up, USA Today, it's called Sex Predators Target Children Using Social Media. That is also at the ECOP website under the Blue Knight TV tab for show materials. Goes on to indicate that a large problem now is social media and palm-sized devices that kids use. So they're running around with 3G and 4G phones, and are able to get full online access and Facebook and tweet out what they're doing, who they are, where they are. And let's not forget, an article spotlights this, the GPS locator function on some of these devices, particularly when you post to Facebook and Twitter and it indicates where you're at. This makes it very easy for predators to discover a potential victim's whereabouts, according to the Kaspersky Lab researcher Stefan Tenaz, and that he is quoted in this article. Hang on a minute, Mike. The article also goes on to indicate that this is kind of frightening. If you got kids that got gadgets, listen to this. Article indicates, USA Today article, that most children will not tell a parent about troubling online encounters for fear of getting their technology taken away. So you're going to have a kid out here, they're running around with their 3 or 4G phone or whatever other stuff they're using, or at a friend's house or whatever, and they will not indicate when they've got a problem because they're afraid that mom or dad's going to take their technology away. Amazing. If your kid's got this technology, you need to be on top of it. You were going to say, Mike?
The part that I wanted to say is that I know a lot of parents who are afraid of technology. They'd rather not just do anything with it. They don't want to be bothered. What that means is you're opening a door in your life to allowing these people to come in and harm your kids. It's just like keeping the front door of your house open and no security. You have to be involved in the technology that your kids are involved in.
Absolutely.
Now, that being said, if a kid does open up and let the parent know that they're being accosted online, or some pervert is talking to them online, don't take their technology away from them. Show them how to use it better.
That's right. Okay. Work smarter, not harder. And don't forget, here in America, we do have an outdoors, and get your kids off the computer and go out and play.
Right.
So here, another one from our area. This is dated, this is from Newsnet 5. This is dated February 27th out of Lorain, Ohio. I'm not sure what that county is. Lorain, Ohio. Lorain police are investigating an attempted child abduction from Saturday afternoon. According to police, the abduction attempt occurred on Larkmore Street around 2 in the afternoon. A 5-year-old girl's mother says a man approached her daughter, who was playing in the snow. The man walked up the driveway where the girl was playing and tried to pick her up, according to the mother. The man said that, this is a great story here, the man said that his granddaughter lives nearby and he thought it was her. So he somehow or other mistook this kid for his granddaughter. I guess he just goes up to his granddaughter whenever, just picks her right up for the heck of it. That occurred in Lorain. There's a description of the person and what he's driving, and you can go to the ECOP website and see that story out of Newsnet 5. But I don't know, I think I might see this one for the end. This is a good one here. We'll just hold that to the... Oh, wait a minute, this one's a great one too. I don't know which one to do next, actually. I don't want to scare anybody. Let's do this one next. South Euclid, Ohio. So here, I'm in Euclid, so this is South Euclid, right nearby. This is dated October 22. So it's a little dated, but, we're here, we're covering it. So a man wanted in connection with an alleged attempted child luring surrendered on Tuesday. This is back just around Halloween. It's coming out of Fox 8 News, staff writer. Subject names. So this happened on Argonne Road in South Euclid. Friday around 12:30, 3 kids, 9, 6, and 2, were approached in their own front yard. So we're not talking down the street, around the block, in the supermarket aisle, at the toy store, in the schoolyard, on a playground. They're in their own front yard, and a man driving a red work van comes up to them, and the kids start to walk away to get to the driveway to go in the house. And then the guy pulls in the driveway in this red van and says to the kids, "Do you want to get in?" And he opens the door once he was in the driveway. But the kids ran into the house, told their mom, called the cops. Subsequent investigation led this guy to surrender, and he did so in October. So, hey, look, if you think this is happening around the corner from your house or to somebody else's kids, listen, these people, they will drive up that driveway as they did on Argonne Road in South Euclid. Listen, that's scary business. It's pretty brazen. Holy cow. What do you think of that one, Mike?
The fact that they have the audacity to feel safe enough to actually come up to someone's house,
right?
That's bad.
I'm sure he's probably using the I had a job here ruse. I'm gonna change out the gutters and I had the wrong address.
Right.
So we don't know what his excuse is, but he did surrender. Let's see, what are we doing on time? Boy, you guys are gonna love this last one, so I'll hold that for last. That's okay, that's Starbucks. Okay, so I got 2 reports that are kind of the same. I'll use the one, this is dated, again, in December. This is mid-December. Most of you know that I said in the first episode that you could see at the ecop.com website or KZ Radio or KZ Radio's Ustream account, episode 1 of Blue Knight TV. And that is the name, by the way. I told everybody to go to the website and do a poll, and are we going to call it ECOP TV or Blue Knight TV? Well, we're going to call it Blue Knight TV because Mike here said so. And after consulting with Maria, Mike and Maria from I.S. Solomon have told me that the name will be Blue Knight TV for a bunch of reasons. So
Blue Knight's cool.
I think it is. Blue is cool, Knight's cool, Blue Knight is even cooler.
Right, yeah, right.
I don't know, we're doing a show, and it is a business. I guess we're doing show business now.
Right.
All right, so I can't tell you where I work. I showed KZ Radio my credentials. The problem there is I'm still an active officer, and I have an agreement with my department to not say the name, but I am still an active police officer, and I will be working midnight shift tonight. And I worked on a task force. I think I indicated that in the first show. Well, that task force, on December 16th, a news article had operated against kid porn picture traders. They had a Operation Lake Effect was what they called it. This is according to Bill Shield, Fox 8 news anchor, a report I got online. Again, you could go to the ECOP website and see all these links and read them for yourself. So they arrested 27 people. And one of these people is an individual who has a job that has access to kids, public trust, and a position of power. He is a pastor. Oh, man. A pastor. And he's got a great story here. So this pastor got caught up with these other 27 adults in Operation Lake Effect, investigated by the Ohio Internet Crime Against Children Task Force, of which I was a part back in the early 2000s. And he's being charged with, I think, 112 counts of downloading, trading, and possessing child pornography. Now, he is hired a lawyer. His name is Attorney Milano, and according to Bill Shield from Fox 8 News, that Reverend Griggs is going to plead and he's going to defend himself. His defense, I was using LimeWire to do whatever. He doesn't say what he was doing on LimeWire. He says he was using an internet file sharing program, and that's his defense. He goes on to say, the attorney goes on to say that if you're downloading files from LimeWire, you don't have any control of what's coming into your computer. Well, that brings me to a question.
That's not true.
Well, I got a question. I just have this big question. Whether you can control what's coming into LimeWire account or not, if you have no control over what's coming into your machine, why would you use it? That's all I got to say on that. Oh, by the way, this arrest happened in October of 2010, I believe. And what's funny about the LimeWire defense is LimeWire is under an injunction since October of last year for copyright trade law infringement. So that makes his excuse really good. Article goes on. The amount of downloading and file sharing was significant according to the prosecution, and all these cases are in Cuyahoga County, and 27 cases of this and 34 other cases sent to other jurisdictions. So my point to you folks out there, teachers, homeschoolers, parents, is this child porn situation is pervasive, and parents need to monitor what their children are doing online, whether it be the home computer, whether it be 3G or 4G smartphone, thumb drives, netbooks. That one's by ASUS, by the way. A little plug for ASUS. So I got one more. Mike, you ready for one more?
I think I can stomach one more.
Okay, well, you're going to lose your stomach contents after this one.
Great.
All right, so that's the pastor from wherever he's from. Not naming the church.
Yeah.
Go to the link. Go to the link at ecop.com if you want more. Here's the best one. This is Mark Zinni, Fox 8 News reporter. The link to this report is, again, it's online, ecop.com, e-copp.com. And go to the Blue Knight TV tab. Go down to show materials. You'll see this there. And so here's the story. This guy, on January 6th of 11, this is the report, was indicted Wednesday in U.S. District Court for the Northern District, charged with sex trafficking of a child. Okay, so we could just stop right there. Sexual trafficking of a child, okay? Here in Ohio. You think this can't happen to your kids? Wait till you hear more. All right, so court documents obtained by Fox 8 News indicate that this individual, I think his name was released publicly, Eric Touchstone, 43 years old, on December 7th, he was accused of selling a 16-year-old female for $300 to a madam inside the Starbucks on West 6th Street in Cleveland. All right, so let's paint this up for you a little bit. Downtown Cleveland, West 6th Street. Guy has two girls. He goes into a Starbucks. He comes out with one girl because he gave $300. Because he gave the one girl to the madam who gave him $300 for her, and he walks out. Okay, so we got that. Goes in with two girls, comes out with one girl and $300 because he sold the other girl. All right, so this report's out of Cleveland, Ohio. He was on West 6th Street in Toledo. I need to be corrected there. I believe this occurred in Toledo, Ohio. So here's what the girl said to FBI officials involved in his arrest. When this gentleman walked out, when this guy walked out of the Starbucks, the FBI was out there waiting for him. I don't know if they had a stakeout or if they wanted coffee too or whatever, but this guy gets arrested. Touchstone, he enters a downtown coffee shop with two young women, but exited the store with only one, and the FBI made an arrest on the sidewalk when the suspect, Touchstone, was leaving. Authorities won't say, and I'm reading here from the report, if he was trying to sell both girls, but according to the documents, the 16-year-old girl who was traded for money told the FBI, "When I saw Eric take the money, I knew that I had just been sold." All right, now, so listen, you think that girl's making that up? She probably had no idea what was coming next, and God only knows what the relationship is with her and this clown. So let's see what the neighbor said. From his former neighbor, and I quote, "He needs counseling and help." Okay, you know what this guy needs? This guy needs permanent incarceration. Now, I hope you're all sitting down, because I have one more to go. Then we're going to be going here. Listen to this last sentence. Sex trafficking is not a new problem in Ohio. Toledo, Ohio ranks 4th, not in the state, 4th in the nation when it comes to child sex trafficking arrests. What is holy Toledo? That's why they say that. All right, people.
Nothing holy about it.
Not at all. All right, so Aya Solomon. Go visit ayasolomon.com. EYEOF. Can't forget the
SOLOMON.com.
ayasolomon.com. And our sponsor, Radiant Heat USA. Please go visit our sponsor at Radiant Heat USA. Couple links, left column. One about saving energy on utilities. If you want to lower gas rate, electric rate, you want to save on other utilities and services that you use every day, keep your service. Just pay less for it. Go to RadiantHeatUSAonline.com, and thank you. Good night.